Hey guys, it's Mike with another King Arthur Legends Rise video. Today we're going to go ahead and pick up those gear packs and decide what we're going to go with, as well as just take a peek at the account and see what the next steps are. I do need to save up a lot of gold. I'm kind of getting a little bit here, but I do need to start building some of these champions. I still have some of the gear set that I picked up last time. Where is it at? Oh, I better still have it somewhere. There it is. I got 20 sets of vigor and 16 sets of accuracy. I did purchase 2 vigor sets, so I actually have gone through quite a bit because I think you get 40 on each one. So I actually went through 60 of these already. But with my last video with Nika, it's starting to kind of negate the need for vigor set. So we're going to take a peek at some of the other things that are going on in the shop and whether or not which direction we're going to go. So if we jump over into pop-up offers, these are the packs we're looking at here for 1,500 rubies. Hopefully this video gets uploaded in time. By the time I got editing and then uploading can take a couple hours sometimes. So they might be gone by the time the video goes live. So if that's true, I apologize. But if you had the opportunity to pick these up, probably not a bad thing. If they bring some in behind it, it would probably be better because they're probably going to be launching a crystal consumption event coming up right at the end of reset here, which would give me credit towards those purchases, and I would get some juicy rewards in there. So I am kind of going in knowing that I'm missing out on that crystal consumption event, but that's okay because these pieces of gear are going to be game changers on the account. So if we go through what's available right now, we've got the damage set there, the defense set, the life package, unbeatable resistance package, as well as drain, healing, elemental, ascension, and safeguard. Oh, and prevention. I think that's it. All right. So that's what we got going on right now. So I'm picking up 3 of these packs and I was trying to figure out which ones to do. So we jump over into the forge and go into the crafting area. It'll kind of break down what each of these sets do. The damage set is going to increase our critical strike damage by 15%, but it is only a 2-piece set. So if you ran 3 of these on a character, you'd have 45% increase to critical damage, or you could run it 2 of these on top of other sets, which is kind of a nice little subcategory if you can get your crit rate high enough. I think typically crit rate is probably going to be a little more important, but that set's not available. So this could be a great set to go with. As far as accuracy, not in the mix. Defense increases defense 20%. Not bad, but not great. It is a 2-piece set. Life set 15% to HP. 2-piece set. All right, we do have drain set, which the best I can tell, drain is kind of like a life steal. So it doesn't seem to be super effective. I don't see a lot of people using it. Could be pretty beneficial for like a K in arena, or there might be some niche elements where she's actually evading a lot of hits, and then when she comes in and does damage, she heals herself back up for the hits that she has taken on. But I do think it's kind of a niche set. I don't know that it's a huge benefit. Resistance set, the only person that really comes to mind here is Anya, who does additional damage based on resistance. It is a 2-piece set. That would be huge for her, but I don't know who else would really benefit from it. So I don't know that I need 40 pieces of resistance. In a heal set with recovery, I think you can stack up recovery on a champion pretty easily, and using it in a 4-piece set is probably not necessary. I think my recovery rate on my Nika is well over 100%. It's probably actually too much. Just because she tops people off, especially with her Frost Relic, it's going to be even better. So I don't know that the heal set's the way to go. Counter set I don't believe is in this one, but it is a good set. Vigor's not in this one either. Elemental, when attacking, 35% chance to inflict an element-based dot on a single target for 1 turn. So this could be very niche, but there's a lot of champions that do dot damage, so I don't know that you really need to bring this on. I feel like early game it could be beneficial if you didn't have a dot champion where you're like, hey, I'll just throw extra dots on this particular character. But I don't know it's worth taking up a 4-piece set. Prevention set, when hit, 100% chance to decrease attackers' vigor by 1. This could be really cool for arena. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of places this could be beneficial, but I do feel like a 4-piece set is a little bit excessive to bring that in. But I do feel like there probably are some niche opportunities for that. The Safeguard set, at the start of the battle, 100% chance to gain a shield for 250% of attack for 2 turns. And it does not stack. So you can't run multiple of these, but it is a 2-piece set. So you can run this alongside vigor, or alongside damage, whatever the case is. And it basically just makes your glass cannons a little more tanky, because you're gonna build them with very high attack. So they're gonna end up with a shield with 2.5 times their attack at the start of battle, which is gonna be probably a pretty big win. It lasts for 2 turns, so even if you're super fast, chances are it won't wear off. I mean, if you run the Morgan Sergius team, it's probably not really a huge benefit, because you're going to get 2 turns before the enemy gets a turn. But if you're not running a Sergius Morgan team, this could be a pretty cool benefit to help your glass cannons stay a little more survivable. And then last but not least, we have Ascension set. The Ascension, Safeguard, and Prevention are all added to the game with Padarja Sanctuary. So these are kind of the new sets going on there. But this one brings your attack increase to 50% when using a skill, inflict damage of equal to 10% of your max HP. So it does hurt you to use this when you're doing one of your skills, but you're getting 50% extra attack, which is going to do a significantly more damage. If you compare that to the attack set, you do 30% and it doesn't hurt you. So you're getting an extra 20% at the cost of 10% of your health. But if you're building a glass cannon that's really trying to do as much damage as possible, this is going to be the way to go. Maybe supplement them in here with a safeguard set, just to get them a little more survivable, or you could probably try to get a little more damage out of them with a damage set here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up 40 pieces of the damage set. I'm going to pick up 40 pieces of the safeguard and 40 pieces of the ascension. That'll get another 120 6-star legendary pieces of gear on my account, and it'll open up some different opportunities for some different builds. I'll probably start moving my Bedivere into an Ascension set with damage on top of it, and just try to make him smack. So that's kind of the goal, but let's jump out and pick those up and get them on the account. So you can buy 3 of each of these packs, but I think spreading out for where I am in the game is probably going to be a better way to go, just so that I have a lot of different ways I can build champions. But we are going to buy one of these guys here. And then let's see here, the other one we decided was all the way down here, Ascension. We're gonna pick up that and go there. We're also getting 30 polishing dust to help change stats. There is a specific stat that I'm working for on my Morgan, trying to get a 2-roll into speed. And then last but not least, we're going to grab this safeguard. So having 90 polishing stats is going to help me get there, and then we can start working on some of this other gear I've got stacked up. So let's take a peek at that starting out. We do have some gold to do it, so hopefully we're not going to run out. But if we go into Morgan's piece here, we got it on level 11. I intentionally left it on level 11 because if I go to 12, it's going to add a 4th stat that's going to roll through here. All I'm looking for right here is attack speed on this 2-roll. That's the only thing I'm looking for her. Ideally, we can get effect accuracy to help her land her... I got to go pick them up. They're in my inbox. But if we get effect accuracy on her to help her land her turn meter manipulation and her defense down, is going to be a big win as well. We did get that for event reward, and here we go, and we're going to go claim reward, and that's the safeguard set. We've got the ascension set and the damage set. So that's going to be a lot of gear that I just added to my account that's going to be hopefully allowing me to do some kind of more in-game builds. I would have liked to pick up a speed set in the previous go. It would have been helpful, but unfortunately my Nika wasn't at Chivalry level 8 yet, and because of that I needed that Vigor set. So I think the Vigor's still a benefit on the account, but I would have probably got instead of doing a secondary set of Vigor, I would have got a 40 pack of speed. I think that would have been better. I could build Nika in a speed set, I could build my Morgan in a speed set, and really start just crushing some of those top end speeds that are going out there. But let's jump into her kit here. We're gonna get this eventually. We're going to get that stat over to attack speed. I'm going to go ahead and just go through 96 of these, and we're going to get it done, and I'll bring you back in when we hit it. So that was very short-lived. It was a second try. To be fair, I probably put at least 20 to 30 polishes into this already, but that attack speed hitting 15 is money. So now we go back out here. We can go ahead. We can enhance this all the way up. Now that we got the attack speed and HP, If we go into her top speed over here, we're at 299, so we're just below 300. So you can see if I got her into a speed set instead of vigor, that'd be a huge win for her, but I don't have the quality gear to make that happen. And currently right now what I've got going on is I've got 2 of my vigor sets that have triple rolls in speed. So I've got a triple roll here on the chest plate and then a triple roll here on the pendant. So if I can get some other triple rolls, this one's only 5 stars, but it does have a double roll. So I could probably get that one stepped up. This one being 6-star with a double rolls at 15. So I could pick up 4 more speed doing that. We've got a single roll here on the boot, so that's an opportunity as well. And then on the piece here, we did get attack speed, but I think you can get that with a substat of attack speed in the blue, like I am down, or like this guy here, but I think it's on this one too, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so you can get attack speed and attack speed here. I haven't actually seen it, so I don't know you can do that on a ring, but I think it could be pretty good. Also got a 6-star piece of gear here, would get me more attack speed, so we're working up it, but we're doing pretty well. We do have her effect accuracy all the way up here at 95%. It was down at 70 for a very long time, so we're making some pretty good headway with Morgan. On Nika, we also have a 6-star piece that I've got a triple roll in. Now this is HP percent, so it'd be great for her. What I'm looking for her, I mean, realistically getting a triple roll here of speed, it could be something I'd move over to my Sergius. But if it were in HP or in recovery, that's going to be a huge benefit for her. Defense, I mean, it's not bad, but it's not really helping her that much. So we're going to go ahead and change this stat, see what we can get for her, and then and see where we're at when the dust settles. So this right here could be a really cool piece with a triple rate or triple crit rate roll, as well as crit damage and effect accuracy. This could be a really solid piece if this were attack percentage. But Nika does do a little bit of damage, and I'm not really going to build her with crit rate, so I think I'm going to hold on to this piece just because I think it'll find a place in the game somewhere, and her heals are already incredible, so getting more recovery or more HP is not going to be a massive win for me, but this triple crit rate is definitely intriguing. So we're going to hold on to that and get that piece upgraded to level 12. All right, so we're rolling through some builds here, just kind of getting some stuff done. I do need a pair of boots for my Merlin in the accuracy category there. I obviously ran out of gold because I always run out of gold. But we did get a couple things done. On Morgan, we got her speed up to 299. We had a couple pieces on Brennan that were level 11, so we got most of it, I think, ended up in crit rate, but we're just trying to get stats that were more appropriate for him. So we got more crit rate there. And this one had recovery and defense. Probably actually play around with that one, but it's already on level 12. And we got effect accuracy on the ring here. So the nice thing with the effect accuracy is with his healing disruption as well as the heal decay, that's going to be a big benefit for him, and the taunt. So having effect accuracy on him is going to be overall a big win, especially when you get him to chivalry level 3 and 4. That's going to be where he really steps up. I do need to kind of go through and rebuild my Lancelot here. A lot of 4- and 5-star gear, no 6-star gear. We do have some good pieces on him in the keepsakes, but none of them are leveled up. So we have some opportunities there. And then we're trying to get my Merlin back to functional because I took all of his gear off and replaced it for all those chests I was doing in adventure mode. But if we come back in here, I just made that new set of 6-star boots. So we grabbed those, put them on him. Does have effect accuracy already, which is pretty cool. Trying to build Merlin with a little bit of speed as well. Most of the time I'm using Merlin, I'm using him as AoE crowd control. So my goal for him is basically to land those freezes and run him with my Morgan and Sergius, and basically just keep rolling through that A3 ability where he's keeping everybody frozen and keeping them from doing damage to me. So that's typically where I use him, but ultimately you want that freeze happening. Crowd control is going to be where he's at. So I did get his stats up. Obviously I have a lot of upgrading to do, but he's currently attack speed 205, and then we got his effect accuracy currently at 64, but both his belt and his pendant haven't even been leveled up yet, and there's a couple other stats that we're going to pick up along the way. So hopefully we get him in a much more usable space. A lot of his gear ended up all over the place, so I'm not even sure where it all went, but it seems to have found a home that's working. I would like to completely rebuild my Bedivere, get him out of a Vigor set, get him into the Ascension set and Damage set, and actually go through that process. But with 7,000 gold, it's not going to go very well. So that's where we're at right now. So the next goal I'm kind of working on is getting all of my legendaries to 6-star 60. I am 2 away. I still have Lot back here doing absolutely nothing. He is part of one of the treasure chests I need to finish up in chapter 10. So I definitely need to put some work into Lot here. He's actually a pretty good champion, and it kind of has some niche uses, but I have not really invested in him. He definitely gets significantly stronger as chivalries go up. Florentius here, I don't know that I really am going to use him anywhere, but he's legendary and I want him at 6-star 60. So those are the 2 that I have, plus Saris, who I don't even have yet. But those 3 characters, and then I am completely decked out with leveling up my legendary characters. So when you think about advancing a character, you need 50 of these mythic orbs to do it. And then obviously you have these guys here. These tend to be, I usually have these stacked up pretty good, so it's not really a hindering factor. When we move down to the rares, we're only needing 25 of these mythic orbs. These tend to be the resource that pinches you off from being able to get this done. But I'm only 6 away from knocking out those 2 legendaries, and then I'm done. And then from there on the rares, we're looking at 25 each, which is going to be even better. But I do want to keep 50 of these at all times, just in case an event pops up. I want to be prepared and have the things I need to maximize any character that could come into the game. Based on the Brennan event, I want to make sure that I have those resources available. Currently with the events going on, we have the Nika mission event. We still have 7 days on it. I've been very lackadaisically going through this. I did finally get, after getting Nika's Frost Relic, I did finally get a team together that can defeat, Apolia floor 10, which was kind of cool. It's not very fast, it's not very sexy, but it's there. But I plan on getting this knocked out. We do still have 7 days to do it, so I'm not really in a huge hurry there. We did get this guy completely maxed out, still have 7 days, but I'm completely done there. Obviously the Mastery Memory Stone we got knocked out as well. It was pretty exciting. Got all done with the gold, and then clan activities we just wrapped up as well. On the raid bounty, I didn't really put a lot of energy in. I was trying to farm some statues, just again to keep all of my resources stockpiled for the next event, just in case we need them. But getting to 8,000 here was just a lot of stamina that didn't have a huge benefit, so I didn't really dive super deep into that. We still have 5 hours on that, but I did get the first armament tokens. So I feel like that's probably pretty good. If we jump into the cart here and see what we got going on, we'll get some of this stuff dialed in. We'll do some summonings. I think we got 20, looks like 28 pulls. So if we have the rubies to make that 30, we'll go ahead and do that, seeing how we already bought the gear there. So we're getting some talismans on the account. We did get, I'm trying to remember where I got for the 30-day login. 30-day login, we did get a legendary champion, so we'll pull that and see who we get. I would say nice, got some stamina there. I've got to go figure out where to use that. Probably going to be in the dungeon with Apolia there. I did want to throw out a suggestion to Netmarble that I think could be a benefit for the longevity of the game. They tend to bring in every 30 days, they bring in a specific, like every day you log in, you get some stuff. But with Raid, they have a set schedule for the first, I don't even know, I think it's like the first year and a half or something silly. And at like 6 months, you get a legendary and so forth. I don't think King Arthur needs to do anything that elaborate, but if they just had a set 30-day rotation where at the end of the 30 days, you got a specific champion that was only available through login, again, it's like you're going to have to play for 10 or 11 months to max that champion out. And you're bringing one champion into the game, and that's an 11-month carrot for in-game players to kind of work on those chivalries, and it encourages people to log in every single day. I think small things like that can really add to the longevity of this game without making some massive changes like doubling your hero pool. I do think that needs to happen. Absolutely, because you log in just to get your login and then you log out because there's nothing to do. You got to have something for those in-game players to do. But I digress. We've already made that video. I've probably beaten that dead horse, but I think a 30-day that just kind of ramps through and repeats itself, giving you a unique champion that you gain chivalry on over time would be a huge win. Got some more stamina. Oh man, we get to play the game today. That's pretty exciting. Always like it when I got stamina on the account. And got some resources. So these again are resources I'm stacking up, trying to get dialed in on the account. That way, if I need to max out a character's relic, I have that available to do. I do have a lot of ability to go into the forge and forge some 6-star gear. Another reason the resistance wasn't super important, because I really only need 2 really good pieces of resistance gear for my Anya, and that's about it. There's not really a need for me to go crazier than that, at least right now, as far as resistance gear is concerned. This is going to let me do 100 at a time. I have been pressing on with the castle, trying to stay on top of it, and basically as soon as I upgrade my castle, I just go right back in here, go to upgrade, see what I need to do. And so I got Mage's Tower level 7, Plaza Fountain 9, and then I come right out here. You can see the Plaza is being increased, and the Mage's Tower I'm going to be done in 14 hours and 3 days. So just trying to roll through the gains on the castle. It does give you some buildings functions. So as you go up here, you can see the things that it improves. So as we move, I got a little crazy there. So you have your lumber and an iron construction cost. It brings it down. There's other thing. It brings up your power overall ranking, so that way when you go into here, I believe your account combat power starts to step up, and then you get these rewards based on your combat power. So I do think there's added things that the castle does do for you. I think it could be a little easier to figure out. Like, I think right there it should just tell you all the things it does. It's really weird to see this gold. I never have this where I'm actually maxed out, so that's pretty fun. So let's jump back in here, see what we got. We got 12 of these guys. There are still 3 rare relics that I need on the account. I don't believe Cormac's one of them, but he might be that storm relic, because once I got his frost relic, I stopped paying attention, because that's really the one that you want. So that's pretty good. Get some of these other juicy goodies on the account. I've been stacking these up for a day or two, it looks like. All right, so got all those things on the account. So we do have a 10-pack of storm summons we could do. Probably buy a frost summon somewhere and pull that. Do 30 of these guys, and then we'll pull this plus these guys here. In here, if I get a rare, it might be a rare that I'm still working on, but outside of that, these are kind of getting that point where they're kind of useless on the account, except for they're converting into tokens. On the day I did 9 chivalries, Bedivere popped into the token shop, so I picked him up. So I actually got 10 chivalries done that day, but the Bedivere was off camera. All right, so we'll jump over into Lake Avalon here. We do have a 10-pack of Storm Relic. We are 2 away from Pity, so we're getting pretty close there. I should have waited till this Pity hit before grabbing Morgan's Storm Relic there. But, you know, hindsight's 20/20. The odds of me getting it are astronomically bad. I guess it's not that bad. There's only 20 characters in the game, so it can't be that bad. But if I happen to pull it, it will feel pretty silly that I had that selector. So we did get 4 of the rare relics to see if any of them are new for me. We got Cormac's Storm Relic again, so it doesn't show it as new, and it doesn't show it as an option that he doesn't have it. So I'm assuming I do already have that guy on the account. But we only have 3 left in the rares, so that's pretty good. On the Frost, we just reset Pity. I'm trying to remember which Frost relic we ended up getting. It was Claudus's Frostbow, which was a pretty cool pull. It was brand new to the account, so we did just reset the Pity. I don't know if we're going to be lucky enough to get that going on here. Oh, we are. Oh, we are. That is amazing. All right, Frost relics. Man, the only one that I was really excited about was Nika. I already have Morgan's. What do we got? Ooh, okay, Guinevere. I think she starts with the Storm, so this should be a new one for me, which is exciting to get a new one on the account, so we'll take that all day long. Guinevere Frost Relic. We'll have to take a peek at that and see if it adds any benefits to Guinevere. I basically built her for Cromcroc, and I never really got her survivable. She's just on the team to let my other 3 champions beat it. So I would like to put a little more effort into her, and I can get her a little more functional. But if we jump over here, we're not guaranteed to get anything on the summons here. So hopefully we get a rare. That's the best we can hope for. And we did, so that's pretty good. Luck is looking pretty sharp today. Feel pretty good about it. Let's see who we ended up with there. On the rare, we got Cormac. Today's the day of Cormac. If you need a Cormac on the account, let's go for him. He starts with a Storm Relic, so of course I already have that. That's funny. I didn't even think about that. But yeah, we're going on that. We're going to get this dialed in. See, maybe we get another rare. Oh, we did too. Wow. This is actually pretty impressive. I don't want to waste all my luck, though. I'd really like to save some for those special summons. Maybe get a legendary. And we got a Boars there, so that's pretty good on one of these standard summons. I'll take that all day long. Move over here to the special summons. We do have 450, so we can spend 300 and make this a 10-pack. We did just hit Pity and pulled a Charlotte. I think was the last legendary we pulled. So that was pretty fun. So we're going to get halfway back to Pity with these 30. Or maybe we don't need it. Maybe we get lucky. We're going to go into here, and we're getting rares. Hopefully rares, plural. Yeah, look at that. We finished strong with 2 more after that. Urian's, I think, is on chivalry level 7. Yeah, 7 over here. And finally, we got an Isolde. Wow, she has been really hard for me to pull on the account. Chivalry level 5, so that's going to be pretty good there. Hopefully, we can get a couple more copies of her. That'd be great to get her chivalry stepped up. She's also a champion that you use in one of those chests in chapter... I think, oh man, chapter 9 maybe? I think she is actually one of the champions you use in chapter 10 and one of the chests I haven't completed yet. So getting some added chivalries on her would be a benefit, kind of help me out in that space. Another Isolde, look at this. He's asking, you shall receive. So we got 8, we're going to turn it into 10. Not legendary yet, but there's still a chance, there's still hope. And nope, not today. Not today, but we did get 2 Isoldes, so we'll take that. We got 2 rares in this pull, so can't complain too much. We got a Gareth and a Anguish. Anguish is the other one that I'm struggling with. So those are some good pulls there. Work on getting those chivalries up. So we'll jump back over into the legendary that we got from the 30-day login. See who we get. Honestly, chivalries across the board are great. Iwar would be probably one of my favorites. So that's perfect. I am working on her, trying to get her up as a damage dealer on the account. I have a lot of work to do. Right now, I actually do have a lot of resources to move Iwar forward in the Awakening and so forth, but I am trying to stack up all of these extra pieces in case the new event in a week launches, and it does require that I max out a new character. So if that launches and I don't need to max, if it launches and there's not a new character or there's not an event attached to maxing that character out, then I'll probably start to use some of these resources on Iwar just because I want to get her dialed in sooner than later because she's an amazing champion. But let's take a peek at this chivalry we just picked up. Getting crit rate plus 10, pretty self-explanatory. We did just pick up her her 3rd chivalry, and I think when we get all the way to level 8, she kind of becomes next level. So we're sneaking up on it inch by inch. We'll take that, bring it onto the account, chivalry level 4. So we got to add another chivalry to the account with some extra crit rate for Iwar. Just going to help us with that build. So we jump over to Guinevere here. I do have all of her relics. You get her flame relic in adventure mode, and then she comes with the storm relic. So I picked up the frost. On the flame relic, she does have the AoE ability on the A2, which is pretty good. Does a little bit of damage here, and then has some protective aspects. On the frost relic, it's a little more geared towards the protective aspect. So the shield's bigger, and then it kind of does some co-op stuff to help out in that space. But it is a AoE hit that does 70% versus the I think it was like 126. So if you're looking for damage Guinevere, I think the flame relic's the way to go. The storm relic, she actually doesn't have an AoE ability. It's going to be a single target across the board. So I think the frost or the flame would be kind of better suited for her. And then it's just a matter if you want her to be kind of tanky and help the team out. I think the frost relic's going to be probably the best relic for her. But if you're trying to build her with damage, I think the flame relic might be a little better choice. But I think that's about what I got for you today. I got to jump in here and use 578 stamina I picked up from those chests and whatnot. Probably get into Gorgos and hopefully stack up some gold because I'm broke again. I'm always broke. But I do also need to get into the Origin of Apolia and wrap up that Nika event, even though I have 7 days to do it. So maybe we'll do like a half and half. I'll do the first half with the Gorgos and the second half with the Apolia. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with me all the way to the end. If you haven't liked and subscribed to the channel, please do so. It means the world to me, and I look forward to seeing you next time.